Good day, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that can transform your life, not just your habits, not just your outlook, but the very way you think. Because if we're honest, so many of the battles we face don't start out there in the world. They start right here in our minds. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt stuck in a cycle of thoughts that seem to pull you down? You know the ones, I'm not good enough, I'll never make it. Why does it always have to be this way? If that resonates with you, I want to tell you something powerful. You don't have to stay there. Life often feels like a constant stream of challenges and opportunities, yet the way we perceive and respond to them is largely determined by the patterns in our minds. These patterns, the recurring thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes can act like invisible strings, guiding our decisions and shaping our decision. However, not all of these patterns serve us well. Many of them are inherited from past experiences, shaped by external influences, or simply outdated responses to circumstances that no longer exist. Recognizing these patterns is the first and most crucial step to building a strategy for transforming your mind and ultimately your life. The challenge with patterns is that they are often so deeply ingrained that they operate beneath our conscious awareness. They feel natural, automatic, and unchangeable. For instance, have you ever caught yourself saying, "I've always been this way," or "That's just how life is"? These statements are often rooted in patterns we've accepted without question. They may stem from a single moment in your past when something went wrong and your mind decided that the safest approach was to avoid similar situations altogether. Over time, this decision hardens into a belief, and before you know it, it's controlling how you think, feel, and act, often without you even realizing it. Consider this: your mind is like a vast field and your thoughts are the paths that cross it. The more you walk a particular path, the more defined it becomes. Soon, it's no longer a simple trail, it's a deeply carved road. These roads represent your habitual thought patterns. When something happens in your life, your mind takes the easiest and most familiar road, even if it's not the best one. Recognizing this dynamic is vital because it's only by identifying these well-worn paths that you can begin to pave new ones. One of the most common types of unhelpful patterns is self-doubt. This can manifest as an internal voice that tells you you're not good enough or you don't deserve success. Often this voice originated from a single experience or a series of events where you felt inadequate, rejected, or unworthy. Maybe someone's criticism stuck with you, or perhaps you've internalized societal pressures to be perfect. Whatever the source, this pattern of self-doubt can become a lens through which you view every opportunity, challenge, or relationship. It limits you, keeping you from stepping into your full potential. Another common pattern is fear of failure. This often stems from past experiences where failure was met with judgment, disappointment, or even punishment. Over time, your mind learns to associate failure with pain, and so it develops a pattern of avoidance. This might mean you don't take risks, even when the potential reward is significant. Or it might mean you're quick to give up when things get tough because deep down, you've convinced yourself that success isn't possible. Recognizing this pattern involves looking back at your history and asking yourself, when did I start believing that failure defines me? And once you identify the root, you can begin to challenge its validity. Some patterns are formed not from negative experiences, but from comfort zones. Maybe you've always done things a certain way because it feels safe and predictable. This could be in your career, relationships, or even your personal habits. While there's nothing inherently wrong with comfort, staying in the same place for too long can prevent growth. Recognizing a pattern of complacency requires an honest look at your life and asking, am I staying here because it's what I truly want, or because I'm afraid of what's beyond this? Recognizing patterns also means paying attention to the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. These stories are powerful because they act as filters for how you interpret your experiences. For example, if you believe you're not a people person, you might avoid social situations and miss out on opportunities to connect with others. If you believe you're not good with money, you might subconsciously make decisions that reinforce that belief, even when better options are available. These stories often go unquestioned because they feel so intrinsic to our identity, but they're often based on incomplete or outdated information. To recognize these patterns, you need to cultivate self-awareness. This means taking time to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment. One effective way to do this is through journaling. By writing down your recurring thoughts and examining them, you can start to see patterns emerge. For instance, you might notice that you're always hardest on yourself after receiving constructive criticism. Or you might realize that you tend to feel anxious whenever you're faced with uncertainty. These observations are like clues that help you map out the landscape of your mind. Another powerful tool for recognizing patterns is mindfulness. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts as they arise without immediately reacting to them. This creates a space between you and your thoughts, allowing you to see them for what they are, temporary and often not reflective of reality. For example, if a thought like "I'll never succeed" comes up, mindfulness helps you notice it, label it as a negative pattern, and let it go rather than letting it dictate your actions. Conversations can also be a mirror for your mental patterns. Pay attention to how you talk about yourself and your circumstances when speaking with others. Do you often complain, make excuses, or downplay your achievements? These tendencies can reveal patterns of negativity, blame, or self-deprecation that might be holding you back. Similarly, listen to how others respond to you. Their feedback can provide valuable insights into how your patterns manifest in your relationships and interactions. Recognizing patterns also involves understanding their triggers. Triggers are the situations, people, or environments that activate certain thoughts or emotions. For example, you might notice that being around a critical family member brings out your self-doubt, or that a stressful work environment triggers your perfectionism. By identifying these triggers, you can prepare yourself to respond differently when they arise. This doesn't mean avoiding them altogether, but rather approaching them with greater awareness and intention. It's important to approach this process with compassion. When you begin to uncover your patterns, it can be tempting to judge yourself for having them. You might think, "How could I have let this happen?" Or "Why am I like this?" But remember, these patterns developed for a reason. Often they were your mind's way of protecting you from harm or helping you cope with difficult circumstances. Recognizing them is not about blaming yourself. It's about taking responsibility for your growth and deciding to move forward in a healthier way. As you begin to recognize these patterns, you'll notice something powerful. The very act of naming them starts to weaken their grip on you. When a negative thought arises and you can say, "That's my fear of failure talking," it loses some of its power. You're no longer at its mercy because you brought it into the light. This is the foundation for building a new strategy for your mind. Once you've identified the patterns, you can begin to replace them with thoughts, beliefs, and habits that serve your highest potential. Recognizing patterns is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. As you grow and change, new patterns may emerge, and old ones may resurface in different forms. The key is to remain vigilant and committed to the journey of self-awareness. By doing so, you'll not only transform your mind, but also unlock new possibilities for your life. And isn't that what we're all striving for, to live a life that reflects the best of who we are? The process of replacing lies with truth is one of the most transformative journeys you can embark on. Lies often take root in mind without us realizing it. They can stem from past experiences, societal influences, or even our own insecurities. These lies shape the way we see ourselves, others, in the world, creating limitations that keep us from living fully. To truly embrace truth, it's essential to first identify the lies, confront them, and then intentionally replace them with a foundation of truth that empowers and uplifts. Lies often begin with a single moment. Perhaps it was something someone said to you when you were young, a time you failed at something important, or an instance when someone else's opinion cut deeply. These moments can plant seeds of doubt, fear, and inadequacy. Over time, those seeds grow into full-blown beliefs. For instance, a single instance of being told you're not good enough can evolve into a lifelong narrative that affects your confidence, relationships, and decision-making. Lies are subtle like that. They creep in quietly but can dominate entire areas of your life if left unchecked. One of the most common lies people believe is that they are not enough. This belief manifests in various forms, such as feeling unworthy of love, success, or happiness. It whispers in your ear that no matter what you achieve, it will never be sufficient. The lie of inadequacy often leads to perfectionism, overworking, or the fear of trying new things because of the potential to fail. But this belief is a distortion. The truth is that your worth is not determined by external achievements or opinions. It is intrinsic and unchanging. Replacing this lie requires consistently reminding yourself of that truth and rejecting the standards set by others that make you feel less than. Another pervasive lie is the idea that past mistakes define your future. This lie keeps you stuck, convincing you that because you failed before, you'll fail again. It fosters a sense of shame and hopelessness, preventing you from taking steps toward growth or redemption. However, the truth is that failure is a natural part of life and often a prerequisite for success. Every mistake you've made holds a lesson that can guide you toward better decisions in the future. By embracing this truth, you can free yourself from the chains of regret and view your past as a teacher rather than a judge. Lies often gain strength through repetition. The more you think or hear a false statement, the more your mind begins to accept it as reality. This is why challenging lies requires deliberate effort. One of the most effective ways to counteract lies is to replace them with affirmations of truth. For example, if you believe the lie, "I'll never succeed," you can replace it with, "I am capable of achieving my goals." This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about reprogramming your mind to focus on what is true and possible rather than what is limiting and false. Replacing lies with truth also requires you to become more aware of your inner dialogue. Many people are so accustomed to negative self-talk that they don't even realize it's happening. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind on a daily basis. Are they kind, encouraging, and supportive? Or are they critical, harsh, and discouraging? If you notice a pattern of negativity, take a moment to challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true? Often you'll find that the negative thoughts are based on assumptions or fears rather than facts. By questioning them, you create space for truth to take root. Sometimes lies come from external sources such as societal expectations or cultural norms. These lies might tell you that your value is tied to your appearance, that success looks a certain way, or that you must conform to a specific mold to be accepted. These messages are pervasive and often reinforced by media, advertising, and social pressure. Replacing these lies for you to redefine success, beauty, and worth on your own terms. It's about rejecting the unrealistic standards imposed by others and embracing your unique qualities and aspirations. Truth is powerful because it liberates. When you replace lies with truth, you free yourself from the weight of unrealistic expectations and the fear of judgment. You begin to see yourself and others more clearly with compassion and understanding. Truth allows you to embrace your strengths and acknowledge your weaknesses without shame. It gives you the confidence to pursue your goals, knowing that you are worthy and capable even in the face of challenges. Replacing lies with truth is not an overnight process. It takes time, persistence, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable realities. One practical approach is to create a list of the lies you've believed about yourself and then write down corresponding truths to counteract each one. For example, if the lie is I am unlovable, the truth might be I am deserving of love and connection. Keep this list somewhere you can see it regularly and review it whenever you feel doubt or negativity creeping in. Another strategy is to surround yourself with people who reinforce truth rather than lies. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your beliefs. If you're constantly around individuals who belittle, criticize, or discourage you, it will be much harder to replace lies with truth. Seek out relationships with people who uplift, encourage, and challenge you to grow. Their positive influence can help reinforce the truths you're working to internalize. Replacing lies with truth also involves letting go of perfectionism. Many lies are rooted in the false belief that you must be flawless to be valuable. This mindset leads to constant striving and a fear of failure that can be paralyzing. The truth is that imperfection is part of being human. It's through our flaws and vulnerabilities that we connect with others and grow as individuals. Embracing this truth allows you to approach life with greater authenticity and courage. It's important to recognize that truth is not always comfortable. Sometimes it requires you to confront painful realities about yourself or your circumstances. For example, the truth might be that you need to let go of a toxic relationship, change a harmful habit, or take responsibility for a mistake. While these truths may be difficult to face, they are ultimately liberating because they allow you to move forward rather than remain stuck in denial or avoidance. One of the most significant truths you can embrace is that you have the power to change. Lies often make you feel powerless, as if your circumstances or past mistakes have permanently defined you. The truth, however, is that change is always possible. No matter how entrenched a lie may seem, it can be uprooted and replaced with a new belief. This process may require effort and persistence, but the rewards are immeasurable. When you begin to see yourself as someone who is capable of growth and transformation, you open the door to new possibilities. Another key aspect of replacing lies with truth is learning to forgive yourself and others. Lies often thrive on resentment, guilt, and unresolved pain. They tell you that you're unworthy of forgiveness or that others don't deserve it. The truth, however, is that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It allows you to release the hold that past hurts have on your mind and heart, creating space for healing and renewal. The journey of replacing lies with truth is deeply personal, but it's also universal. Everyone has believed lies at some point in their lives, and everyone has the capacity to overcome them. As you work to replace lies with truth, you'll find that your perspective shifts. Challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and limitations become stepping stones. Truth empowers you to see the world not as a place of scarcity and fear, but as a place of abundance and possibility. Ultimately, replacing lies with truth is about reclaiming your power. It's about taking control of your thoughts and choosing to believe in your potential rather than your limitations. It's about building a mindset that supports your growth, happiness, and well-being. While the process may be challenging, it is also profoundly rewarding. As you replace lies with truth, you'll discover a deeper sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. And that truth is something no lie can ever take away. Training your mind daily is one of the most powerful investments you can make in your life. The mind, like any muscle, becomes stronger, sharper, and more effective with consistent practice and intentional effort. While many people focus on physical health or external achievements, they often overlook the importance of cultivating a strong and resilient mind. A well-trained mind can navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and create a life filled with purpose and clarity. The process of training your mind daily is not about perfection, but about progress, a commitment to growth that transforms your thoughts, emotions, and actions over time. The first step in training your mind is understanding the power of focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, and a constant stream of information pull our attention in countless directions. Training your mind requires you to take control of where your focus goes. Start by setting aside dedicated time each day to concentrate on activities that nourish your mind. This could be reading, meditating, journaling, or learning something new. The goal is to create a space where your mind can engage deeply rather than skimming the surface. Mindfulness is a cornerstone of mental training. Practicing mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment. This simple yet profound practice helps you observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. It's like stepping back and watching your mind as an observer rather than a participant. Over time, mindfulness strengthens your ability to stay calm under pressure, make thoughtful decisions, and respond to situations with clarity rather than reactivity. Even spending a few minutes each day focusing on your breath or paying attention to your surroundings can make a significant difference. Another essential aspect of training your mind is cultivating a positive inner dialogue. The way you speak to yourself shapes your beliefs, actions, and ultimately your reality. Negative self-talk can erode confidence and create a mindset of fear and limitation. To counter this, practice replacing negative thoughts with affirming and empowering ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," tell yourself, "I am capable of finding a solution." This shift in perspective doesn't ignore challenges, but reframes them in a way that motivates you to take constructive action. Gratitude is another powerful tool for mental training. Taking time each day to reflect on what you are grateful for shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice the positive aspects of your life, even in the midst of difficulties. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you're thankful for. These can be simple things like a kind gesture from a friend, a moment of peace, or the beauty of nature. Over time, this practice builds resilience and fosters a sense of contentment and joy. Visualization is a mental training technique used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers to enhance performance and achieve goals. This involves creating a vivid mental picture of what you want to accomplish. When you visualize your success in detail, seeing, hearing, and feeling what it's like to achieve your goal, you activate the same neural pathways in your brain as if you were actually doing it. This not only builds confidence, but also primes your mind to recognize opportunities and take actions aligned with your vision. Dedicate a few minutes each day to visualize your goals as if they are already accomplished. Consistency is key when it comes to training your mind. Just as you wouldn't expect to build physical strength with one workout, you can't expect to transform your mind with occasional effort. Make mental training a daily habit by integrating it into your routine. Start small and build from there. For instance, you might begin with 5 minutes of meditation in the morning, followed by a short journaling session. As these habits become ingrained, you can gradually increase the time and complexity of your practice. Reading is another powerful way to train your mind. Books expose you to new ideas, perspectives, and knowledge that expand and challenge your assumptions. Whether you're exploring philosophy, personal development, science, or fiction, reading stimulates your brain and encourages creativity and critical thinking. Make reading a daily habit, even if it's just a few pages. Over time, the accumulation of knowledge will shape your mind in profound ways. Learning to embrace discomfort is a crucial part of mental training. Growth often happens outside your comfort zone, and training your mind requires you to face challenges and uncertainties with courage. This might mean having difficult conversations, taking on new responsibilities, or pursuing goals that stretch your abilities. Each time you push through discomfort, you strengthen your mental resilience and expand what you believe is possible for yourself. Another important practice is cultivating emotional intelligence. This involves understanding and managing your emotions, as well as empathizing with others. Emotional intelligence helps you navigate relationships, handle stress, and communicate effectively. To develop this skill, take time each day to reflect on your emotions and their triggers. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now, and why am I feeling this way? Over time, this self-awareness will help you respond to situations thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Physical health and mental training are closely connected. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are essential for optimal brain function. Exercise in particular has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive abilities. Make physical activity a regular part of your routine, whether it's walking, yoga, or a more intense workout. Treat your body well, and your mind will benefit as a result. One of the most challenging yet rewarding aspects of training your mind is letting go of limiting beliefs. These are the stories you tell yourself about what you can or cannot do. They often stem from past experiences, fear of failure, or societal expectations. To overcome these beliefs, start by identifying them. Write down the thoughts that hold you back and challenge their validity. Then replace them with empowering beliefs that reflect your potential and aspirations. This process requires patience and persistence, but the transformation it brings is life-changing. Building a support system is another key component of mental training. Surround yourself with people who inspire, encourage, and challenge you to grow. Engage in meaningful conversations, seek advice from mentors, and learn from those who have walked the path you're on. A strong support system provides accountability and motivation, making it easier to stay committed to your mental training. Reflection is an essential part of daily mental training. Take time at the end of each day to review your thoughts, actions, and experiences. Ask yourself questions like, what did I learn today? What could I have done differently? And what am I proud of? This practice helps you identify areas for improvement and reinforces positive behaviors. Over time, regular reflection deepens your self-awareness and accelerates your growth. One of the most profound shifts that occurs when you train your mind daily is the ability to cultivate inner peace. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, a trained mind acts as an anchor. It allows you to remain calm and centered even in the face of adversity. This inner peace doesn't mean avoiding challenges, but approaching them with a sense of confidence and clarity that comes from consistent mental training. The benefits of training your mind daily extend to every area of your life. It enhances your relationships by helping you communicate more effectively and empathize with others. It improves your performance at work or school by increasing focus, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. It boosts your overall well-being by reducing stress and fostering a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Most importantly, it empowers you to live intentionally, making choices that align with your values and aspirations. Training your mind daily is not a destination, but a journey. It's a lifelong commitment to growth, learning, and self-discovery. Each day presents a new opportunity to strengthen your mind and take a step closer to the person you want to become. The path may not always be easy, but it is undoubtedly worth it. By dedicating time and effort to this practice, you can unlock the full potential of your mind and create a life that reflects your highest aspirations. The voices you allow into your life hold immense power over your thoughts, decisions, and overall direction. These voices, whether they come from friends, family, mentors, or the media, shape your mindset and influence your perspective. To live a purposeful and fulfilling life, it's essential to surround yourself with the right voices, those that encourage, inspire, and guide you toward your goals. We've all experienced the impact of negativity. A single critical comment or a constant stream of discouraging feedback can erode your confidence and leave you doubting your abilities. Similarly, being around individuals who perpetuate fear, doubt, or pessimism can cloud your vision and keep you from pursuing your dreams. These voices, though external, can often become internalized, creating self-limiting beliefs that hold you back. Recognizing this is the first step in choosing the voices you allow into your life. The right voices are those that uplift and empower you. They don't shy away from telling the truth, even when it's hard to hear, but they do so with the intent of helping you grow. These voices encourage you to see beyond your current circumstances and remind you of your potential. Whether it's a mentor offering guidance, a friend cheering you on, or a book that inspires new ways of thinking, positive voices propel you forward. To surround yourself with the right voices, start by evaluating your current environment. Reflect on the people and influences in your life. Do they bring out the best in you? Do they challenge you to grow, or do they drain your energy and instill doubt? This honest assessment can help you identify which relationships and inputs are serving you and which may be holding you back. Once you've identified the voices that support your growth, prioritize those connections. Spend more time with people who encourage and inspire you. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you aspire to follow and can offer wisdom from their experiences. Engage with communities or groups that align with your values and goals. These connections provide not only encouragement, but also accountability, helping you stay focused and motivated. At the same time, it's important to limit or remove negative influences. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of your life completely, especially if they are close family or longtime friends. Instead, set boundaries to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Choose how much time and energy you'll invest in relationships or activities that don't contribute positively to your growth. By doing so, you create space for the right voices to take root and flourish. In addition to people, consider the media and content you consume. The books you read, the shows you watch, and the social media accounts you follow all contribute to the voices in your life. Curate these inputs intentionally. Follow individuals and organizations that inspire and educate you. Read books that expand your knowledge and perspective. Limit exposure to content that fosters negativity, comparison, or fear. Remember, every piece of content you consume is another voice influencing your mind and heart. One of the most important voices in your life is your own. Self-talk, the inner dialogue you engage in every day, can either build you up or tear you down. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Are your thoughts encouraging and constructive, or critical and self-defeating? If your inner voice tends toward negativity, practice shifting your mindset. Replace harsh self-criticism with affirmations of truth and positivity. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I am capable of figuring this out." Over time, a positive inner voice becomes a powerful ally in your journey. Surrounding yourself with the right voices also means being intentional about the conversations you engage in. Seek out discussions that inspire, challenge, and expand your thinking. Avoid gossip, complaining, or conversations that dwell on problems without seeking solutions. Instead, participate in dialogues that explore ideas, celebrate progress, and encourage growth. These interactions not only shape your mindset, but also set the tone for the kind of energy you bring into the world. It's important to note that the right voices won't always agree with you. Constructive criticism and differing perspectives are valuable because they push you to think critically and grow. The key is to differentiate between voices that challenge you for your benefit and those that criticize without purpose. Constructive voices encourage growth, even when their feedback is difficult to hear, while destructive voices aim to undermine or belittle. The process of surrounding yourself with the right voices requires ongoing effort and intention. As you grow and evolve, your needs and goals will change, and so will the voices that best support you. Periodically reassess your influences and make adjustments as needed. This ensures that the voices in your life continue to align with your vision and aspirations. In cultivating the right voices, remember the importance of reciprocation. Be the kind of voice you want to attract, encourage, uplift, and inspire those around you. Offer constructive feedback with kindness and support others in their growth. By being a positive influence, you contribute to an environment where everyone can thrive. Surrounding yourself with the right voices is not about creating an echo chamber or avoiding challenges. It's about being intentional with the influences you allow into your life. The right voices push you to become the best version of yourself while providing the encouragement and support needed along the way. They remind you of your potential when you forget and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. When you prioritize these voices, you create a foundation for growth, resilience, and fulfillment that will carry you through every season of life.